who it is, and if you don't, all of my various names having to do with Angelica. Today I want to call this Thoughts on a Thursday, and excuse me for knocking my computer because that's what I often do. I have on my houndstooth coat today. I haven't had my cover up modeling, but it's just a simple houndstooth. It's an Anne Klein, and I've had her for over a decade. But today is Thoughts on a Thursday, and something I was thinking about today, like there's two different things. Why do people care? And why do people not care? I like I like to think there's more good in this world, just in my mind. And I like to think people care more. However, something to think about, and you can put it in the comments if you want to. Why do people care and why do people not care? And then when is it good to care? Is it always good to care? Or when is it good not to care? I have a couple of reasons for both, but in my heart, cut off my own video. So anyway, in my heart of hearts, it's good to care. And then like when it comes to like negativity, then, no one should be worried about that. I wanted to continue on with James. I know I had left off reading James 3. And, I said it's something that you should read, or it should be read like every day, because it's 5 chapters and it's something you can read daily. So I was trying to look for it again. I have a tab, but I wanted to share the next chapter, which was chapter 4. So James 4. Yes. Get my little pointer here. I like to point when I read. It's always been that way. It's kind of a helpful thing. But it says, submit yourselves to God, for what causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you? You want something but don't get it. You kill and covet, but you cannot have what you want. You quarrel and fight. You do not have because you do not ask God. When you ask, you do not receive because you ask with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures. You adulterous people, don't you know that friendship with the world is hatred toward God? Anyone who chooses to be a friend of the world becomes an enemy of God. Or do you think Scripture says without reason that the Spirit He caused to live in us envies intensely? But He gives us more grace. That is why Scripture says, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Submit yourselves then to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Come near to God, and he will come near to you. Wash your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Grieve, mourn, and wail. Change your laughter to mourning and your joy to gloom. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up. Brothers, do not slander one another. Anyone who speaks against his brother or judges him speaks against the law and judges it. When you judge the law, you are not keeping it, but sitting in judgment on it. There is only one lawgiver and judge, the one who is able to save and destroy. But you, who are you to judge your neighbor, boasting about tomorrow? Now listen, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business, and make money. Why you do not even know what will happen tomorrow? What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast and brag. All Such boasting is evil. Anyone then who knows the good he ought to do and doesn't do it sins. That is James 4. So just something, to think about, with each day. But why do people care? And why don't people care? Something to think about. It's Thoughts Thursday, or Thoughtful Thursday, or Thoughts on a Thursday. Something to do with thought. Think about it. Bye.